Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Life in Denver. Today we've got a fun comparison for you guys. We're going to be comparing Sterling Ranch on one side against the canyons over here in Castle Pines on the other. Two new build communities, both in great locations. The reason we wanted to choose these two though is they're very similar in the sense of these are two of the most scenic, picturesque areas in terms of new build communities. They both back up to gorgeous mountains like we got right behind us. So then it just becomes a matter of, what's more important? Is it location? Is it that town you like more, etc.? So with that being said, let's jump into it. All right guys, so starting out as always, location, what's gonna be the better fit for you guys? So starting out here in the Canyons is actually located in Castle Pines, Colorado. What's really nice about this is it's just a straight shot down from Denver. So it's gonna be honestly like a half hour or less to downtown Denver. Of course, depending what part of the community in, it might be a little bit further, but overall, great proximity to downtown, as opposed to Sterling Ranch. Sterling Ranch is in Littleton, which does normally have great proximity, but Sterling Ranch specifically is like that southwest corner of Littleton, so it is a bit further. So in terms of getting to downtown, it's gonna be more like 35, 40 minutes depending. So I would say the Canyons maybe edges it out a touch, but overall it's gonna be about an even match. Really what it comes down to though is, hey, do you like living in Castle Pines as a whole, or do you like living in, Littleton as a whole, right? Because you're essentially getting all the amenities that are surrounding that area. What's really, really cool about Castle Pines and this whole area specifically is really the proximity to what you're gonna need is slightly closer. Not to say you have bad proximity.
I love how you say slightly.
Hey,
he's always defending Sterling Ranch.
Always, of course.
He lives in Sterling Ranch, so he's trying to.
This area is growing on me, okay? Okay, all right, easy, okay? What I will say is, I'm gonna give it to, when it comes to the, location, I think the Canyons takes the win slightly. But the reason I say that is you have Lone Tree right above and you have Castle Rock down below, and they're both 10 minutes. Like right before we came out here, swung by, got a little Chick-fil-A, it was like 8 minutes away. And what's really cool about where Chick-fil-A is located is it's one big central plaza. So right next to that, you're gonna have your Whole Foods, your King Soopers, you got a big 24-hour fitness gym there for all your, all your fitness needs and all that. And then also you have just all of the shopping there at the outlets in Castle Rock. So all of that is literally 10 minutes or less away. That's pretty tough to beat. On the Sterling Ranch side, you do have good proximity to one big area called Central Park. They have like a Target in there. They do have grocery shopping. They do have, little shops, but it's not going to be the size of what you find with the Castle Rock outlets or right above here over in the Canyons being Lone Tree, Park Meadows, that whole mall, yeah. So you have two giant shopping centers here within 10 minutes in either direction. That's not the case in Sterling Ranch. You have stuff within, 15, 20 minutes depending. So it's a little bit further. So if that's a big deal to you.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
See,
if that's a big deal for you.
The big thing is too though, the malls that are close to Castle Pines are no match, I'm sorry, for the ones that are close to Sterling Ranch. So definitely, if you think Park Meadows, a lot of people come to Park Meadows depending on the area where you're at, because it is like one of the most popular malls, and it is very pretty and picturesque, and it's big. It offers a lot of different type of retailers. Also, you can go out to dinner, a lot of different like restaurants. And then in Castle Rock, obviously you have the outlets if you're shopping on a budget, trying to get your Christmas gifts done, trying to get that Black Friday shopping done. Definitely a good option. Whereas like in Sterling Ranch, you really have you have a couple malls, but they don't compare.
Okay.
They do not compare.
So yeah, all right, maybe you got to speed on shopping. However, where I think Sterling Ranch really shines is, and Littleton as a whole really, is the outdoor activities. Not to say that there's not a fun stuff to do in this area. However, you're gonna find the generic, walking trails, hiking out here. What's cool about Sterling Ranch's area is you have actually two state parks on both sides of you. So you have Roxborough State Park and Chatfield State Park. What's nice about those is Roxborough will fulfill like what you're finding out here in Castle Pines in terms of your hiking, your mountains and all that. But Chatfield on the other side, that's going to be a big body of water, a big lake they have out there. So that's if you're into boating, paddleboarding, etc., kayaking, all that fun stuff. What's nice about that is that's really popular come the summertime, and you're kind of missing that out here. So that is where, hey, it's slightly better. I'm gonna give you that, right? So in terms of that, it does kind of win in terms of outdoor activities, but overall, they're both in very, very gorgeous areas. So some of these new build communities you'll find, especially on the eastern side of Denver, they don't necessarily have mountains in their backyards. They don't necessarily have big bodies of water. So it just depends on what your likes and your wants and needs and all that fun stuff are. These are two really great choices in terms of a lot of fun stuff to do in both areas.
All right, guys, so Joe's obviously talking about your wants and needs, and the reason why he brings that up is because when we meet with a lot of our clients, they're always talking to us in terms of what they're looking for when they look for communities to
What
live
you guys
into.
want, it's not what we want,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
So just a friendly reminder, we are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado. So if you are looking to move into Denver from another state or another city, or if you're looking to invest, please feel free to reach out at the information on your screen. Joe and I would love to help you.
Absolutely. And the reason we call this out too, guys, it's not just, hey, you know, covering your wants and needs, it's what's your budget, what is the price point you're looking into. So when we pick these areas, we want them to be fairly comparable. So when we look at Sterling Ranch versus over here in the Canyons, they are fairly comparable. Like I would say there's a slight premium, yes, on the Canyons over here, but definitely you can get into either area in the 600. So really good entry pricing at both of these. Even on the Sterling Ranch side, I've even seen stuff in the 5s actually. So they have townhomes over there as well that you can get into that are, you know, fully spec'd out, ready to roll, like finished in the 5. So that might be a slightly cheaper entry price for you guys, but overall, like very affordable no matter which neighborhood you guys pick. The other thing to call out too for you guys when we talk about price, we always wrap that into schools as well. So schools out here, they actually both share Douglas County schools. So realistically, that's a great find for you guys. That's always a top 5 school district. So you're getting into a good price, you're getting that good school district, you're getting good outdoor activity. So realistically, both of these, it's hard to make a bad decision on either way. All right, guys, and so we're covering obviously local activities and all the fun stuff to do in these areas. Now, if you want to go to the mountains, what's really good about both these new builds too, is they actually both have good proximity. I'm not going to come here and say like, you know, Sterling Ranch is so much closer. You would think
better.
It is slightly closer by about 8 minutes. However, when you look at it on a map though, you would think Littleton being more on that western side, you would think it'd be closer than Castle Pines. What's really nice about Castle Pines actually is you're a little bit above Castle Rock as we discussed, and you're right next to I-25. So it allows you to kind of get that good access over to the mountains. So realistically, you're getting to both of these mountain towns, whether it's, you know, going to Vale area, going to, you know, Glenwood Springs, wherever out there, everything's within about 2 hours or so. Obviously, if you go further out there, Aspen, etc., it's going to be more of a drive. But in terms of coming from the metro, getting to those mountain towns, that's really, really good proximity as opposed to if you're coming from like that eastern side, you know, Aurora, Commerce City, etc. That will take you longer because you're driving through Denver. So both of these, you kind of scoot right around the city and you have great proximity. So if going to the mountains is important, if you're big hikers, if you're big skiers, etc., both of these allow you great access to go enjoy all those fun activities out there.
So we've talked about all the things to do around the communities, right? And so now you may be wondering, okay, well, what can we do within the communities? In Castle Pines in particularly, there's a lot of options in terms of what you can do. If it's the summer, they have a great pool, a lot of like Xfinity pool, like it's really nice. It has a section for kids.
Xfinity pool, huh? They got cable out there?
Yes.
Infinity pool, continuing on.
Infinity pool. Oh, thanks, Joe, thanks.
Hey, they do have nice TVs out there.
There you go. That is true. They do have nice TVs out there and they have a little seating area. Also during the summer, they do have food available for the kiddos. So definitely cool. Make sure you do pack your snacks, but they have full food and drinks. So definitely, you know, something nice to do. The other cool thing too that they do is they do a lot of things for the kids in terms of like movies on the lawn. And, you know, they have community events where they actually bring in like food trucks and things like that and bring in bands for particular holidays, 4th of July, you know, fireworks, all the cool things that you would think and want in a community is definitely something that's available within the Castle Pines.
Yeah, definitely. What you see in actually both these communities, frankly, is as soon as you come into both, you're both kind of greeted with a big little community center. So they have, you know, they both have coffee shops. What I will say though, the Canyons over here, significantly better pricing. I got a coffee for $3.50 this morning. It's like $7 over there in Sterling Ranch. They're out of their mind over there. But anyways, getting back to
Worrying about your budget.
Yeah,
Oh.
always worried about your guys' budget. If you're going to Sterling Ranch, they're going to kill you on the coffee. It's good coffee, but it's overpriced. But what's cool about both these centers is they have coffee in the morning, and then they both have like a little wine brewery bar there in the afternoon. They offer food, etc. So you can go there kind of in the night, enjoy like a little glass of wine, go pop back home. Don't worry about driving from too far away. And what's cool too is, so they both offer that little central place. They both offer swimming pools. They both offer fitness centers. So like all of your daily
cable. Your Infinity
Hey,
pool.
we ain't got Xfinity where I live. No. But we do have an Infinity pool. I don't know about Xfinity, but no, it's a cool spot because you can go there and enjoy the summertime. Like Monique's saying, you know, you can get your little workout in. What's really cool about these places too is, specifically over by Sterling too, their gym actually opens up to the pool area. So when you're out there, you can have your kids swimming, you can get your workout in. People will bring their workout equipment actually outside by the pool area, kind of hang out, do their thing. So everything is centrally located there in that little hub. And then all throughout the community, both of them offer these little pocket parks. So you can go there, you know, hang out in the jungle gym with your kids and just spend a nice morning. So we talk about how you can grab your coffee there. You don't have to worry about driving to Starbucks. You can stay there, go to the park, and just kind of enjoy yourself, take a nice slow pace of the day and actually go enjoy a morning there. All right, so one more point I wanted to bring for you guys here in terms of both locations actually. They both offer great proximity to a little downtown. So on the Sterling Ranch side, obviously you're in Littleton, so you have Littleton's historic downtown. downtown. What's cool about that is like the main drive there to Littleton's downtown is you have the mountains in the background and then a bunch of outdoor restaurants. So what's cool is like they have the view house, you can grab a little, you know, beer, whatever you like out there, and just overtake that scenery, get some apps. They have little string lights that go across all the roofs, so come nighttime, it's a really, really pretty spot. The melting pot, everybody loves their fondue. It's another popular spot down there. And then same over here in the canyons. So the canyons, you don't necessarily have a downtown here in Castle Pines, but we talk about how close it is to Castle Rock, 10 minutes away, you're enjoying Castle Rock's downtown. So what's cool about this area is it's almost like you feel like you have that private little setback area here in Castle Pines. It's not too far by any means, but it doesn't feel like being in the heart of Castle Rock where it's just busier, there's a lot more foot traffic, everyone coming to visit the outlets. You enjoy everything that's nice about Castle Rock, but also enjoy the privacy of this new build community that's a little more secluded off the beaten path. So, you know, it's close, but just close enough to where you can still enjoy your privacy at the end of the day as well.
Guys, and Joe and I love coming out and researching all these different communities, you know, visiting different communities with all our buyers, but we would love to help with any real estate needs you may have. Please feel free to contact us at the information that's on your screen, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Off to watch some Xfinity cable over there at the pool area. We'll catch you guys in the next one.